Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our FusionFall retro playthrough, and that's a little bit more sad to say now that this is one of the final episodes of the series. Actually, I'm not too sure about that, and I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so I went and raced a bit off camera, as you can see by all of these crates for some Forever Night stuff that we're never going to wear. I went and raced and got up to level 36. We were out of missions, so now we have our final mission to do, our final nano mission of the game, Prehistoric Plot, which is the Humungousaur nano mission, and we're also going to be doing all of the level 36 missions today. You guys voiced your opinions in the comments, and they seem to all pretty much align with mine, which is do all the 36 missions you can up until Fuse No More Part 4, and then just go back and do all the guide missions. I believe the order we'll be doing is we'll do Dexter's first, then Ben's, then Mojo Jojo's, and then finally, as like a grand finale, we can go and take on Fuse and beat the game. And then, of course, come back for more updates and everything like that. But that's what we're going to do today. For our nano lineup suggestion, we actually don't have a nano suggestion today. Not that there weren't any, and not that yours weren't good. It's just that I felt that since this was our final episode, and a lot of the nano suggestions are ones that we've already done before, I figured I would kind of take it into my own hands and create one. I made Samurai Jack, Dexter, and Number One, which is kind of like the main characters of the game, the leaders, if you will. And it makes a lot of sense because we're kind of doing like the last missions in the game, aside from, of course, the final one, which is fighting Fuse. But what does it say for our mission, by the way? You must go to the heart of the Darklands, deep into the infected zone in the Green Maw. We must not allow Fuse to build an army of alien dinosaurs. In order to enter the infected zone safely, you will need to defeat a dozen slag cephalopods. Good luck. Well, we don't actually have to go in the infected zone because slag cephalopods are these guys right here, so we can kind of just do that, no problem. What's really, really nice, I guess what's not really, really nice, is that we can also go inside the infected zone and like run around the ground, but I think that would probably take a bit longer than I kind of want it to, so we're just going to kind of do this and do the ones on the outside first, because there are plenty of these guys around, as you can clearly see by them all just flying around and stuff. Fortunately, you don't have a Cosmic Xander to kind of take them out quicker. But the missions, these episodes, or this episode, are going to be pretty fun. They're really unique, at least the couple of ones I'm thinking of that we have to do right off the bat. I don't know what all of them are. I know what the Fuse No More ones are, and I do remember those being quite fun. So that's what we're going to be doing. All of them are given by Samurai Jack, which is weird. We have like 7 missions to do from Samurai Jack this episode, and none from any other character. But I guess that's just how level 36 kind of works. I'm not going to complain about it. Also, when he was saying in the journal entry, like we don't want Fuse to create some fusion dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure we've already fought like many of those already, right? Like, what are the what are the ones in the fire pits? Are those not fusion dinosaurs? I imagine they're rocks, just that look like dinosaurs instead of actual living dinosaurs. But I feel like they're just as dangerous, right? Am I not wrong there? Anyway. So now that we have these last missions to do, I am going to set aside a day to record a bunch of episodes in a row. Oh, I am getting totally tag teamed right now. We should be fine though, I think. I probably should be using a different weapon, but that's fine. I'm going to set aside, I think, tomorrow to just record a whole bunch of episodes. So if you guys are leaving nano suggestions for Dexter guide missions and stuff, leave a couple. Leave a couple in either multiple comments or one comment, whichever you prefer to do, honestly. Because I'll probably do recording a couple episodes at a time. And if one of your nano suggestions doesn't get picked for whatever reason, you'll always have like multiple chances to do. But I don't want to have to wait until each episode is uploaded to do that. That's probably what I should have done for the rest of the series. Now that I think about it, but I didn't. So we're just gonna have to deal with this now. We only need one more of these guys before we have to go in and fight. I believe the last fusion, the only fusion we haven't fought yet, which is Tetrax, which is kind of weird how they just never have you fight that. Good work. Now you must find the fusion who is building the army of dinosaurs. Well, the only way to do it is to enter the Greenlaw infected zone, which is also really weird because if you would have done this inside the infected zone like he asked you to, you would have to come back out and then go back in. which is why I did it outside. But let's go in the infected zone and see what he wants. Enter the fusion portal. Okay, well, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to throw some gumballs on my guys. I'm running out of red and blue gumballs because I normally use them for racing, and my racing nano lineup is normally Dexter, Hex, and Vilgax. So you don't have to gumball Vilgax because he's a recall. So I normally gumball these guys, which, I mean, is great, but you run out of them before. There's a fly circling around my head. I just almost punched myself in the head trying to get this fly out here. Does this not work? There we go. Get up there. There we go. Okay, so platforming in Greenlaw. Have we not done this before? I feel like we haven't. Platforming in Greenlaw is really weird because it is kind of fun. It's a bit fast-paced and fun, but it's a lot. It's kind of confusing at times, and also if you fall, there's really no reprieve. You have to. You can't even like go die. Well, you can because there's fusion matter patches down there, but you have to run all the way back over there and try all the way again, unless of course you take the resurrecting path. Recall is actually really, really useful in Greenlaw. It's actually one of, I think, the infected zones. Not even for racing, because I haven't even done that yet. I haven't even gone through and like figured out optimal strats for like all of the races. I know some people have, but I haven't really looked into it. But even just for casual play, not racing, recall is super, super useful in this infected zone, similar to the Fissure, in my opinion. Probably a bit more useful than the Fissure. The Fissure really only helps with a couple missions, but this one helps with platforming in general, because if you fall, you can get back up and you don't have to climb all the way back. It of course is very useful if you're in a race. Also, this whole platform section is also very hard, just because that doesn't reach as far as you think it does, and then you have to wait for this one to come back all the way, which it looks like it's going to line up now, finally. But this one does not go as far as the rest of them, so if you're trying to do that, you're going to have a bit of a bad time trying to platform between little pieces. But there we go. This part is a bit confusing. This one always causes me to fall, from what I've noticed. So I'm kind of glad I made that through that one in one piece. This is the Slab ship. If you remember this one all the way back from, I believe, Tech Square, the future, on one of the cutscenes, that is where we are when we're watching like the Dexter hologram, and number 2 is like, all right, everyone, Hero Square Sector V. We're standing on the Slab carrier, which is in the future, and now in the past it's kind of trapped here in Greenlaw. So you can infer that sometime between the past and the future, they got this out of here, and are using a little disapparating technology. Oh no! There we go. I was freaking out. I thought I was gonna fall off. We don't want that to happen. Especially because we've come so far and got so far. I guess it would be tried so hard and got so far if I wanted to do the actual meme. But I believe you want to go this way next and hop on these platforms, which we would then hop on this thing, if I am correct, which I think I am. Yeah, you got to get up to the scamper, which then goes up to there, which then goes up to the ship, which is actually where we need to be. All of the fusion portals, aside from fusion coops, which we fought last time, are on the ship, so getting to the ship is your priority if you're at least at the point that we are in the game. Obviously, if you're doing fusion assembly line, you have to go to Fusion Coop's lair, but we've already done that, so you know where it is. There are 2 fusion layers up here. One is Fusion Tetrax's, and the other one is a very special one that we will not fight until later this very same episode. But there's Tetrax's. Kind of just chilling on the ship right there. Let's go and get ourselves a Humungousaur nano. I'm actually super excited. We'll have all the nanos finally. Fusion Tetrax's lair. There he is. I hope you are ready for this fight. Oh, well, I sure hope I am too. Slag cephalopods are kind of just all over the place too. Not my favorite. I guess it makes sense. They're his henchmen. I don't know how they're dinosaurs, though. I guess they're not dinosaurs. He's just trying to build an army of dinosaurs, and it just so happens that the slag cephalopods are just like his henchmen. Also, it's playing the main theme here. I don't remember exactly what causes it to play the main theme in certain layers. I know it's like a thing where it's like, if it's trying to play music that doesn't exist, it will play the main theme instead. So I believe that's what's happening here, but I might be wrong. It does seem kind of epic to have a theme song playing in the background while we go and fight get our last nano. Remember, we got our first nano, episode 0 of the playthrough, and it's now a lot. I don't remember the exact number right now, but it is definitely a lot. It's been a minute since we've been to episode 0, and we're about to fight. There's Fusion Tetrax. Look at him. He's standing on his hoverboard, like from the original Ben 10. This is actually one of the coolest fusions in the game, in my opinion, just because of the hoverboard and everything. See if he'll attack me. What's his animations like? He kind of flows towards you a little bit. He is very squishy. I was not expecting him to be that squishy, but he kind of like moseys on towards you on his hoverboard, and I'm just gonna take him out, and we've done it. And the hoverboard kind of flies off and lands on the ground. That's kind of cute. We've gotten our final nano, our level 36 nano. This is the last nano that we can get at this moment in time. I don't know, again, not to confirm that new nanos will be added, because that is probably not going to happen, but this is the last nano in the main game. We have Saurian Snare, which is a snare cone, my bad, a Giant Unleash, which is a freedom, and Ground Quake, which is a damage area. Well, since all of these are okay, Humungousaur's not, is a really lackluster nano, power-wise to end off on, but I mean, he is huge, and he's really cool, so he's a cool nano to end off visual-wise, but I feel like Groundquake is probably just like, that makes the most sense. It's Humungousaur. Humungousaur is supposed to do damage, you know? And now we are finally level 36. And so I have one more thing to do when we're level 36, and that is, well, I guess there's plenty of other things to do now that we're level 36. There's a whole nother mission. Double D says, it is now time to meet your destiny. For if you do not meet your destiny now, your destiny will likely go home and watch TV. Go talk to Samurai Jack and go destroy the horrible crazy brain candy. You can do it. Alright, so all of our missions now, as I said, require us to go back to Samurai Jack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video, and I will see you back to the past Samurai Jack when we get to Samurai Jack and can take all of the new missions that we have available to us. We've arrived on the Slabs carrier, and it is time to fulfill our destiny. Jack has 3 missions for us. All of them have parts except for Candy No More, which is the one we were just talking about for our last Double D guide mission. You must take this Ibor sap into Fuse's lair and pour it into a hole over the candy chamber. This will melt the crazy brain candy inside. You can do this. So we need to destroy the crazy brain candy. We also have Wielding the Master Weapon, Part 1. You must talk to the Mongo and recover the weapons for the Master Weapon arsenal. With those items in hand, you will be ready to create the Master Weapon. And then we have Fuse No More, Part 2. Though you defeated Fusion Kevin, Fuse has appeared inside his lair. He is guarded by stalactitans and is protected by a shield. I fear doom is at hand. Alright, well, we have a lot of things to do. A lot of important things to do. One of them is to go talk to Demongo, which is probably the easiest to do. So we're going to go do that one. Where's our monkey? Our monkey friend. We're going to fly over to the precipice. No, we want to fly the Hunter's Crest. That's where Demongo is. We're going to have to fly there. Let's open our crates and see if we got anything cool. Anything nice? Ooh, Hyper Shield shirt. It actually matches really well with my wings in the back. I kind of like that. Anything else? Venom Whip. Not that great. That's a throwable. Don't care. And these pistols are not as good. Ooh, my rifle's just as good as this rifle, but I like how my rifle looks. So we're just going to keep that. Anyway, Double D sent us an email too. Hey, you're at the final stage of your adventure. Great work. Take care of that crazy brain candy, then come down to the cul-de-sac and we'll celebrate. I don't know if we actually celebrate at the end of this again. I've never actually completed Double D's guide mission line, because I played this one all the time when I was a kid. He was my favorite guide to pick, but I never actually made it all the way to the end, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. It feels weird to have played this whole game. I guess I haven't played it yet, but I will have pretty much finished it by now. And it's now documented and it's on camera, which is something that was like really hard to find. I remember back when I was a kid, I was trying to find Let's Plays of FusionFall, but most parts only, or most playthroughs, like if I was lucky, went up to like part 12 or something, and then they stopped uploading them. So it's crazy that I have like a consistent, I guess not consistently uploaded, of course. We all know how that went, but a consistently themed playthrough of FusionFall, all in one place, that documents all of the updates that we made to Retro, because I showed off pretty much everything cool that was added, at least everything major. And yeah, well, enough reminiscing. Let's get on with our quest to Mongo. We request your weapons. Samurai Jack does not wish to create the master weapon, for he wants to destroy the master weapon arsenal. He has lied to you. Is that true, Damongo? You have more dialogue, I know you do. What are you gonna say, buddy? I know what you want to say. But if you feel the need to engage in this folly, be my guest. The master weapon arsenal is yours. Okay, so we have all the master weapons now. We have to bring them back to Jack, but we're gonna have to bring a bunch of things back to Jack anyway. So let's go to Fuse's lair. Oh man, we get to go to Fuse's. I mean, we've already been to Fuse's lair, but we have to go to Fuse's lair, and I'm talking like we have to go inside of his lair because that's what we have to do for part of it. For at least this part, we have to go inside. I believe his labyrinth is the first one. I might be wrong. It doesn't say. So I believe we have his labyrinth, his throne room, which is the one that you fight him in, and then his hall. I think are those the three. I might be wrong. We're gonna figure it out in like 2 minutes when I actually get there. But again, if you want to go to Fuse's lair, the easiest way is to do that Greenlaw thing because you're gonna be in Greenlaw. But honestly, if you want to cut across Hero's Hollow in the precipice like I'm about to do, you can definitely do that too. I think it's going to be easier because we have to go to Fuse's actual lair. So this is like technically the fastest way there. We're going to get attacked by these guys, but like who even cares at this point? We are the heroes. We're max level. We're level 36. What are you guys going to do, eyebulbs? What are you going to do? Try to convince me that you're going to do something because you're not. Because you're not. And I believe we've made it to the precipice. And we're about to make it to Fuse's lair as well. This whole area is so creepy. It's so creepy and so crazy. Just like the total destruction. I guess it's a good example because you don't want the world to kind of look like this. And there's Fuse's lair. We're going to cross, not the bridge, we're just going to glide across the Fusion Matter Sea on our trusty hoverboard. Or I guess a glider, technically. And we've arrived at Fuse's lair. So we're actually going to go do this one first because this one's right here. Find the fusion portal that leads to Fuse's Hall. So Fuse's Hall is the first one, then his labyrinth is this one, and then the throne room I think is this one, right? Fuse's throne. There we go. I got him right. So let's enter Fuse's Hall. Before we enter Fuse's Hall, let me gumball up because this is going to be a bit of a fight, I would say. And look how cool these are, by the way. You were expecting a fusion layer, like a regular fusion layer? No. There's this whole other area. Beware, stalactitans are Fuse's personal bodyguards. So this is its own crazy thing. It's got to resurrect them. You can't use your vehicle in here. There's some stalactitans up there. This is like they made its own little... this is why I love this mission so much, because they made it... it has its own unique lair, which is awesome. Sure, it's kind of bland, but like... it's so much cooler than a lot of the... oh, these guys are breakdancing. Oh, dear. What is happening with my boys over here? He was breakdancing a little bit. But these guys also look really cool. I think I like them better as Ice Titans, which is one of the things they were done, or they were retextured into. I think I like the Ice Titans better, but also, did that not count as one? I guess I have to defeat 8 of them, and that one didn't count. Anyway, this thing is huge, by the way. There's a little thing over here. There's some platforming to do. This is what I wish all the fusion layers kind of were like. There's some nice platforming. We need to go to this one, because this one will take us all the way to the end. And it looks like there's a bunch of stalactitans over here. A lot smaller than the one that I just fought, so I'm assuming that these are the ones that actually will count towards my actual quest and not the first one. And yes, I was right about that. But like, look at these guys. Look at this layer, like with the floating terrafuges and stuff. Obviously, again, it's not like perfect or like super breathtaking or anything, but it's a really nice change of pace from the other layers, and I wish that every single layer was unique like this one. Not to say that every single layer looked like this, because obviously this is a very aesthetic. There's Billy over there, by the way. We're about to have some love and loss in this poor playthrough. Unfortunately, I hope I don't cry on camera, because it might happen. Of course, if you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about to happen. But gotta finish fighting these guys left. But yeah, I definitely do wish that at least like a lot of the layers had their own personality instead of being copy and pasted from one another. But I understand why they did that, because obviously it saves a lot of time. Like it saved an absurd amount of time to kind of just have like a couple set layers to warp between them all, or like cycle through them all for each one. Because like development time, man. You can't you don't want to spend a lot of time making those things if you could spend time doing other things. And this should be the last one. Hey, that was sweet. Come over here and I'll show you something. Why is Billy here, by the way? Is that explained? Samurai Jack says, please talk to Billy before you proceed any further. Runty's here too. Hey, Runty. How you doing? I hope nothing bad happens to you. Hey, I feel bad about messing up before, so I want you to have my pet fusion spawn, Runty. He's a sweet little guy. I loves him, but I don't want you to be mad at me. Also, we're getting attacked while he talks to him. I'm detecting high quantities of imaginary energy inside Billy's pet. And now, I don't want to be the one to do it. I don't want to be the... Why do I have to be the one to do it? We have to use Runty on the shield controls. Please, no. An Allen mechanism. It is a giant fusion thing. That shield has been severely weakened, but is not gone. We must regroup. Use the fusion portal to get back to me. Oh, no. Does this mean what I think it means? Poor Runty. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten. So, what's for lunch? Oh, I love it. I'm not over Runty dying. Yeah, so, if you didn't know, there's no deaths in FusionFall, right? None of the characters die or anything. The only death is Runty. And it's very, very sad. Except for the part that if you go back to Endsville, Runty will still be there. So he actually didn't die. But I still think it's very funny how Billy's like, oh, well, what's for lunch? Okay, well, let's go finish this mission now that we're here. I have to go to Fuse's Lair. That's not Fuse's Lair, that's Greenlaw. That's not a... that's not a that's not a Verminator. Anyway, well, we're already here, so we might as well go to Greenlaw, as is stated, which is over this way. Across the sea, somehow this does... I guess it makes sense how it doesn't hurt us, because we're not even touching the liquid. Somehow our hoverboard glider knows when a thing is under it, so it does not hit it. But yeah, I'm still a bit upset about Runty dying, I'm not gonna lie. Poor sacrifices, you know. You need sacrifices to win a war, so it looks like Runty's just happened to be our sacrifice. Would you guys stop attacking me? Oh my gosh. So, since I haven't done this mission before, I actually didn't know this was here in Greenlaw. That's kind of weird how it says go to Fuse's Lair, but it's actually Greenlaw. Unless it does what I think it's going to do. Please don't do what I think it's going to do. Steel yourself, you must now enter the infected zone. Okay, okay. I thought it was going to make me run all the way back to Fuse's Lair. And just go there for a second, but nope. So there's a hole in here that we have to go and place our sap in. I will direct you to the hole above the candy chamber. We could have done this, like... a whole level ago when I was level 35, the appropriate level to be in this infected zone. Hole. Candy no more. Good, the candy is melting as we speak. You have won the day. Oh, so now we do actually have to go back to talk to Ed. We do have to go back and celebrate. You did it! Come on down to the cul-de-sac so I can thank you in person. That'll be probably the last thing we do this episode. If I remember correctly, because can I get all the way up here? I can. Oh, perfect. Well, now we have destroyed the crazy brain candy that has plagued us for so many episodes. We have killed Runty in exchange for weakening Fuse's shields. I didn't actually explain why we did that, because Runty is made of imaginary energy. Because Runty is not a fusion spawn, he's an imaginary friend who looks like a fusion spawn. So by kind of like throwing all that imaginary energy at Fuse, his shields got weakened. And unfortunately, the sacrifice was too great. And we also got the Master Weapon Arsenal. So, I'm going to cut the video and go back to Jack. I'll see you when I get back. That rhymed. Alright, we're back. Let's turn in our rewards to Jack. Again, rhyming just all day. So we have the Master Weapon Arsenal now. Demongo is correct. In part, I do wish to destroy the Master Weapon Arsenal, but only because that is the only way to create the Master Weapon. Ooh. Okay, Jack, I see. All the weapons are now in one place. We can now make the Master Weapon. And let's turn on Fuse no more. Through Runty's imaginary energy, or though Runty's imaginary energy allowed you to weaken Fuse's shield, the battle's not over. Fuse has not yet fully manifested inside his lair. We must strike twice in succession. Dexter reports that Fuse's shield is weak. You must now proceed to Fuse's Labyrinth, where you'll be able to weaken Fuse's shields further. Alright. We also have been wielding the Master Weapon Part 2. It is true. To create the Master Weapon, we must destroy the Master Weapon Arsenal. Are you ready? I'm ready.
The honorable path.
And then Fuse no more part 3. We cannot harm Fuse until he is fully manifested, but we can still weaken his defenses. Unfortunately, we have no imaginary energy left. Are you ready?
Victory awaits you. See you soon.
I am ready, Jack. Anyway. Now we gotta go all the way back. Actually, well, where do we have to destroy the Master Weapon Arsenal at? I believe that's in the fire pits, is it not? Is it not? I don't think it is. It's in the Dark Tree. Okay. So, since we have to go to the Dark Tree, I'm gonna go cut the video, and I'll be right back as well. Alright, we're back in Dark Glade. I guess we're not in Dark Glade yet, we will be. We have to go back here yet again. And this is not even the last time we have to go here. Not even the last time we have to go to the Dark Tree. But we do have to destroy the Master Weapon Arsenal, and I guess the only way to do that is to do it at the Dark Tree. I don't know if that's explained. Oh, you have to put the... Okay, if you put the weapons on the poisonous roots, they'll get destroyed. I don't know if that's how poison works. Because they're metal, or most of them are metal, because I remember most of them were like medieval weapons and stuff. So like I don't know how poison will really destroy. Okay, you know, I'm just Samurai Jack is much more smart, much more smart than I. So I'm gonna let him do what he wants. I'm gonna let him do what he needs to do, and we're gonna go run through the Dark Tree again. Not even for the last time. You know how, like, Zurg from Toy Story's, like, we meet again, Buzz Lightyear, for the last time. I feel like I say that every time I come to the Dark Tree, and every time it's wrong. Because there's always another last time where I have to go to the Dark Tree. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more missions in the Dark Tree that we either add later or are just part of more guide missions that I just didn't know about. Well, I guess to be fair, it's the only level 34 area, right? No, 32 area. It's only level 32 area. So I guess for the level 32 guide missions, we'll have to go there a couple of more times. I cannot even physically see where I am because of these trees. Those guys are thick. So we have to get over there somehow. I guess when I say somehow, I know exactly how I'm going to get over there because I've done this before, but... Oh no, a friend is getting attacked by a mammoth. Can I even get... I can't even help him at this point. Now we're getting attacked by the mammoth. That's irony right there. I didn't even save him, so I guess it's not really irony. It's just the mammoth attacking two people who kind of walked near it. Or I guess not even a mammoth, the woolly behemoth. Are they woolly behemoths in this one? Or that's the wrong one. I don't remember. There's two of them. Or are they both called woolly behemoths? I genuinely don't remember. I should, because I come here every other business day, but I don't. I just remember I have to kind of climb up here and cross. I'm assuming it's in the middle by the Dark Tree. And not down below, because that would make it so much easier if I could just jump in the pit and be fine, but I very sincerely doubt that, even though it says toxic roots. And one thing I know about toxic roots is that they're at the bottom of a tree. Which I guess technically the roots are also kind of in the middle, because the actual tree is up there. And then the roots kind of always go down off the trunk. Well, you know what I mean. The logistics of the Dark Tree are quite a mystery to me. I'm going to keep Dexter out in case I plummet to my death. Maybe I'll be able to get a quick save in, but I doubt it. I'm not that good at this game. Okay, so we made it to the tree. Let's destroy these weapons. It seems like there's so many places. I guess we gotta go to the lair again. I don't think we actually have to go in the lair. All those beautiful magical weapons gone. That's true. They are gone. What do you want to do about it, Demongo? So we have to return back to Jack, but I'm not going to do that because we're already out here, so we might as well go do the other thing that we have to do. Actually, am I thinking about this right? I feel like I'm not, because we have to go... I'm trying to think of logistics, because this is part 3, and we're not doing part 4. So I feel like we go back to Jack now, take Master Weapon part 3, and then do those both at the same time. That's the plan. So I'm going to die, and hopefully respawn at the beginning of the infected zone. Again, I really, really hope I do, and don't have to go all the way back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so now the plan. I'm going to cut the video, and I'm going to head back to Samurai Jack real quick, turn in this mission, get the other one, and then we'll go from there. Alright? Alright, back here on the carrier. Let's We destroyed the weapons, Samurai Jack. Are you wondering where the master weapon is? It is you. The greatest weapon is not outside of us. It is in our inner spirits to guide us to victory. That's kind of sweet. Aw. All of your battles have honed your skills. Weapons are not needed. For now, you are a living weapon. You are poised to defeat Fuse. You are the master weapon. That's true. I guess I am. Wielding the master weapon part 3. You are now the master weapon. You have the power to take on 3 of Fuse's most dangerous underlings, the Fusion Eds. They wait in Greenlaw. So it turns out that all those weapons we were collecting was not even to build a master weapon. It was to test us. All those battles strengthen us in certain ways, and then now we are the master weapon. We are Groot. Whatever you want to call it. So now, we gotta go find Fusion Ed Netty, which is one of the coolest fusion layers in the game. So, I'm gonna cut the video and head on over to Greenlaw, because you don't want to watch me go all the way over there, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back at Greenlaw. Seems like we went to this infected zone more than we did when we were actually supposed to be here, but now we have to go platform back over to the ship, because that other fusion portal we were talking about earlier, the one that was kind of a bit away from Tetrax's lair, now it is our time to go through that. We have to fight the Fusion Eds, Ed and Eddie, which is kind of cute because we fought the Fusion Canker Sisters all together too, in the Fusion Control Center. So it's kind of I don't know if it was on purpose technically that they did that, or just they were thinking of trios, and obviously the Eds were the first one that comes to mind for this last layer. I kind of wish they did a lot more, because they didn't really like put fusions together as much as I think they should have. Because I know that they put Ben and Gwen together, and Dexter and Computress, but that was about it. Like having the Powerpuff Girls fusions be together, or having like some K&D operatives or something together, or Billy and Mandy or something. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. I understand that you only fight them 2 or so times each, so they probably wanted to make them special, but I think pairing them up would be kind of nice. Oh, no, 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 please. Please, please, please. I'm trying my very best. What is happening? We somehow made it. We somehow made it. I can't tell you how, or why, or when. All I did was spam my spacebar and right click, and I somehow made it up there. So, if that happens to you, somehow, the collision on those things are a bit tricky to pin down. So, as long as you kind of clip the side of them, you should be fine. This thing likes to disappear on me. That's gonna kill me one of these days. It's going to. That thing is going to kill me one of these days. Okay, please don't disappear. Please don't. Thank you. Allow me to land on you properly. Alright. And then once we do this, we can swing it over to Fuse's Labyrinth. And I don't remember exactly what we do in Fuse's Labyrinth, because I honestly thought that was the one that Runty dies. But apparently no, it was part 2. What is we have to do in Labyrinth? Blah, blah, blah. Other heroes will meet you inside. Okay. I don't remember if any of them actually do meet us inside. I feel like Blossom does, but I might be wrong. And Jack might too. I know Jack meets you in the final one. In part 4's lair, where you actually fight Fuse. But I don't remember if he does in 3 or not as well. That's also really cool having... I kind of wish they also did that, where they had NPCs kind of meet you in the lairs and stuff. They didn't have to have you fight with them or anything, but just to have them there. But obviously then people would be like, well, why are they in the lair if you can't fight with them? Because I want to fight the fusions myself. It's not their game, it's my game. Anyway, the layer of the Fusion Eds is up here. Also, a very beautiful view. You can see Echo 14 is over there. There we go. The lair of the Fusion Eds. Enter the Fusion Portal. We're going in. And I believe they're all together, technically. So we have to defeat Fusion Ed, and Eddie. And I believe they're all, like, are there some mini enemies in here? I genuinely don't remember. I think it's just the Eds. Oh no, there are some shell worms. Or shell slugs, not shell worms. Shell worms are a bit different. Oh, these are the kings too. Ooh. These are the big boys. And poop. Oh. I almost tried to get him out. Can I sneak past this guy? Because I really want to. I don't want to fight you. I really don't. I would rather fight just you. Oh, there's the Eds. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not walking into like some crazy danger by going over here. And there's the Fusion Eds. Okay, so I'm gonna want to try to take these guys on one-on-one. So we'll take Fusion Big Ed on first and bring him over back here. We actually only fight regular Ed once, I believe. This is the only other time we fight him, other than his nano mission, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know how I remember that, but I do. And then Fusion Double D, of course, is right here. We fought Fusion Double D twice, I think, because we fought him for his nano mission. We fought him in the botanical garden, if I remember correctly. But now we're fighting him with his. I don't know. Are the Fusion Ed and Eddies all friends like the regular ones are? Or are they just kind of like here? And then here's Fusion Eddie, of course. Remember Fusion Eddie back in the future? Oh, only he could see us now. Fighting him when he's much, much stronger. Or I guess a version of him is much, much stronger. And we did it. Make no mistake, this victory marks the triumph of the master weapon. Yes, we are the master weapon. We just fought 3 fusions at once. So, like, that's pretty masterful if I do say so myself. Alright, so now we gotta go back to Jack. We're not gonna do that. We're actually gonna go to Fuse's Labyrinth now. And there's an easy way out of here. I'm also gonna go this way because I really want to show off the lovely Slabs carrier. This place is so cool. Obviously, it's like a bit of a hollow model. Well, not a hollow model per se, like hollow being like empty inside. I'm saying hollow as in like it's not like super detailed. Obviously, it's because it's like a platforming element, other than like a place. Like if this was like a place to explore, like the Mandark carrier, you would bet that it would be a lot more detailed. But I obviously understand why it's not, because it's not supposed to be a place that you visit very often. It's not a place that you're supposed to hang out and like look at the details for. You kind of come here for like 2 missions, and then if you race, sometimes you come here, and that's it. So I understand why a lot of the extra detail was left out. Not necessarily like saying the texture is bad or anything. I'm just saying like it's just like a flat thing. Sort of like the Sweet Revenge, right? If you expected the Sweet Revenge to be something that you kind of like explore as like a hangout thing rather than just a infected area, you'd probably expect the Sweet Revenge to be a bit more like with more quarters and stuff like that to explore rather than platform around. But I understand again why it's like how it is right now, because it makes more sense game design wise. And I honestly wouldn't change that if I had the chance. But we got to go to Fuse's Labyrinth. Oh, we know exactly where it is. We've been there before. We're experts at this point. And something really cool about the Fusion Labyrinth and Hall and Throne Room is that they're all connected. You'll see when I go into the portal. I'll show you a little bit about how it's connected. It's all 3 of the rooms are connected. They're just sectioned off so that you can't go into the ones you obviously can't go into yet. Which means that technically we, like if the walls weren't there, we could just fight Fuse now. Or we could have fought Fuse when we were in the other one. You just keep going through the thing, because one eventually leads to another. And they are called like the Hall and the Labyrinth and the Throne and everything. And the one that only makes sense is the Throne Room, because it is where Fuse is. But like the other ones don't really have like as much defining features. But let's enter Fuse's Labyrinth, the second of the 3 Fuse lairs. Alert, we are trapped outside the lair. You must continue on your own. Okay, so they're just going to say that we can't go in. But if you head this way, you can't, because that's where we just were. Like Billy was standing right there. There's with the Slag Titans in there. And now these are Terraclaws. Look at these guys also. So weird and like gross. And they have like weird rocky limbs that are kind of squishy. So Fusion Demongo is in here. We have to go find him and take him out. I believe we have to go not that way. We have to go this way. I don't know what is this way. I feel like it's just a... yeah, it looks like it's just a wall. So this guy kind of reset on us. So I'm going to fight him, and then we can head on over through this hole over here. Well, I guess we should probably fight this Terraclaw. I forgot that these guys were even in the game. Like, they're like winged. Those rocks are like supposed to be wings, I think. But they look like rocks. Okay, so this one is a bit weird. So these rocks will push you off, I think, but I don't think they go high enough, so you can kind of just run through them. So just don't jump and you will be fine. Here's Fusion Demongo. I don't know why Fusion Demongo is here. He's trying to remain protected while his form fully materializes. We cannot harm him until he does. I'm afraid the other heroes Remain trapped outside the lair. You're on your own. Beware, Fusion Demongo guards the area. Well, we're going to fight Fusion Demongo one more time. We already fought him for a couple of other things, I'm pretty sure, as well. But now we get to fight him again. I really like Fusion Demongo's color. Oh, hey, he just reset on us. Great. We have to fight him again. Okay, I'm gonna take him over this way then so he doesn't reset. So I guess just be careful. This whole thing is not your battleground. You can only go a certain little distance away before he resets on you. Excellent. Fusion Demongo dropped something. Deliver egg to Mac is here? Okay, so this they can actually take you out, so you gotta be careful. It's one of Coco's special eggs. Bring it to me, quick. Mac, this is not the place for a human child to be. You gotta be careful here, buddy. How are you here and the other ones and like Dexter and stuff are trapped outside? How'd you make it in? Alright, Mac, here's a Coco egg. The outside of this egg says use your imagination, but inside there's nothing. I wonder what it can mean. Coco wants you to use some of your imagination on the alien control mechanism. Okay. So the mission text right now says use nothing on the controls. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna use nothing. So this is also kind of cool. Obviously they didn't put a lot of heroes in here, but they have a lot of interaction between like Blossom and Dexter and Jack and Mac and Coco and stuff. So I think that's really cute. And again, that's some of my favorite things about missions in this game is when they actually, the rare chances where they actually do have characters interact with each other. In cool ways. So this is another like highlight mission I think for me. So we gotta go through here. Gotta use these like creepy little pods on the walls. I think these are the only places they're used. They're also they move too. Kind of gross. Looks like that's supposed to be like a lock or like a mechanism. Here's another control panel of some kind. Alien mechanism. Cool, it worked. Fuse's shield is busted. Okay, so then we gotta just clean up some Terraclaws, I guess. That's the next step. Watch out, Terraclaws are gonna attack. Are there more up here? I feel like there are. Yes, there are more Terraclaws. But look at that. They got more stuff from number 1 and Ben. Like that really just like all the characters are kind of just like coming in and giving their piece. Which is what I really like. Especially like I don't know if it's a bit more recent, but if you haven't played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, like the final battle has like all of the characters give like a little bit of a, all of the characters give like a little thing, like a little quip while you're fighting the final boss, every single one, and I thought that was always really cool. This is a bit weird platforming, so you can kind of like have them kind of like hit you against the others, if you kind of time it right. It's a bit tricky to fall off, I think. So just keep jumping and you should be fine. We only have 3 Terraclaws done, but if I remember correctly, there are a bunch more kind of in this last room, so we should be like completely fine. And if not, then I guess we'll just have to deal with it. I do think it's really fitting that we have a Samurai Jack Nano on our side with us, and I guess Dexter too. They both are, honestly, if Ben had a Nano, I'd use him instead of number 1. And obviously, I know you're going to say that he has 3 aliens, but to me, it always seems like Jack and Dexter and Ben are like the main characters of the story, pretty much. Blossom, I could also see an argument for, and number 1 as well. But those 3 at least spoke to me as like the most main characters of the bunch. They make like weird like human noises when they die. They're like, oh. I never noticed that before. So I still can't get over. These wings are rocks. I guess we have to figure it out. It looks like they're wings. Okay, so we need one more, and I think that okay, there's more over there. Okay, so you can't really see where these ones end up, but you kind of just take the one. You can kind of still see through the cloud. So like, if you didn't, you can just retry anyway. It's not like it's the end of the world, but the 2 on the end, I believe, take you to the other side safely. The other ones do not. That should be our last Terraclaw, and then what's the last thing we have to do? Measure energy is Fuse's weakness. Well done. Come back to me now. Jack, we know. Jack. This is not our first... We are the master weapon, Jack. We know that imaginary energy is the weakness. Fuse is fully materialized, and he is more powerful than I even imagined. So, Fuse is here. We must return to Jack and await further instructions. Alright. So... I'm gonna cut the video and go return back to Jack and turn in our last 2 quests before the final mission. It looks like the battle is heating up now. Fuse is here on the planet. Your wisdom guided you in a very difficult fight. You are truly the master weapon. Incredible. You used your own imagination against Fuse, but I fear there is one more battle to fight. This time Fuse himself is waiting for you on his throne. It is time. Fuse has arrived. Together, you and I must enter the lair and destroy this menace once and for all. Alright, that's a lot to take in. That is a lot to take in. I'm going to leave Fuse No More Part 4 for here, because Fuse is manifested in his physical form. We're going to do that in another part. But we do have one more thing to do, and that is head on back to the cul-de-sac and talk to Ed, because we have spent 36 levels trying to deal with this crazy brain candy. Or at least somewhat around those levels, dealing with crazy brain candy, and now the crazy brain candy has finally been destroyed. So Ed wants to thank us in person, and I don't blame him after such a noble task. Let's go talk to him, see what he wants. Hey, buddy.
I suppose you like a mission.
Wowie, you destroyed the crazy brain candy. I can't believe it. We've really experienced a lot together, you and I. Now candy consumption is safe for all ages. And then we also have to go talk to Courage, I guess, as well, to show him. Because I guess Courage helped us with a lot. So that's what we have to do as well. What is it? You should go talk to Courage. I know he wants to say thanks as well. I bet he does. I really bet he does. So we're going to go talk to Courage as well. I'm probably just going to cut and show you guys when I get to Courage, because he is a bit of a ride away. We said thank you to Double D. Now we have to say thank you to the other person who helped us all the way through. I guess not all the way through, but for most of it. Courage! We did it. Excellent work, young people. You've come a long way. With the evil, mystical candy destroyed, Fuse will not be able to tighten his grip on the children. Well done. And we got wrist rockets. Watch out for those wrist rockets. Aroo, you destroyed the bad magic candy. I was a little scared there, but you did it. Here, take these sacked wrist rockets. I found them near an abandoned UFO. You deserve them. Howl. And we did it. We destroyed the crazy brain candy. We brought Fuse to this planet. The only thing left to do is destroy him, and as well as do 3 whole other storylines that last 36 levels long. So which is what we're going to get to next. So thank you guys so much for watching this part. I hope you guys did enjoy. Next part, we're going to be going through Dexter's Guide missions. So come prepared with comments and stuff for that. Any suggestions you have if you played through Dexter's Guide missions, you have any tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below. As well as nano suggestions now that I have all 36 nanos. I got my Humungousaur nano, I got the rest of them. Put some favorite nanos down there in the description. Pick your 3 favorite nanos, put them in the description. And or not in the description, in the comments, and I'll pick one of your suggestions and use them while I play through the guide missions that I missed as well. Also, make sure you guys leave a like on the video as well, and go through the playlist and watch old parts so you can relive the adventure one more time. Even though we're not done yet, of course, but still, there's been a lot of parts. So, as well, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well. I really do appreciate it if you subscribe. We are so close to 6K, so if you can get us there, that'd be amazing. That'd be incredible. Also, if you guys ring the notification bell and you tell me about it, you tell me that you ring the notification bell, I'll give you a shout out in a future episode. So, thank you guys again so much for watching. We're gonna fight Fuse soon, don't worry, but we gotta go through all the missions that we did not do yet. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with some more FusionFall retro fun. Alright guys, peace.